Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Phoebe ASMR. This is gonna be a little bit of a weird video because I haven't done just me video since like my first video ever on my channel. And today I kind of wanted to do something different instead of a role play. So some of you guys have commented, requesting for like a haul, like some kind of like, clothing haul or purse haul or something like that. And so I went through my closet and I thought it would be kind of a cool idea to do a wedding haul. And what I mean by that is, so I got married last year and I've been to so many weddings. And so over the years, I've collected so much stuff in this box that my stepsister gave to me during my Bachelorette trip. And so I thought that it would be cool to just kind of go through, kind of like I said, just like a haul of items. And, sometimes for me, I find it really relaxing when an ASMR artist just kind of like goes through items and touches them and taps on them. So I thought that maybe you guys would enjoy it. So after this video, if you like it, let me know by liking or commenting, and I'll be sure to kind of do maybe more just me videos in the future. But like I said, this is a beautiful box. It's like a flower, upside down. There we go. This beautiful flower, again, like hand painted flower. And it's on all sides. So like on every side, even the bottom, there's this beautiful blue flower. So I keep it in my closet and it houses all of my wedding stuff. So the first item that I'm gonna show you is this plastic bag with some of the keepsakes that I got. So the first is this little bracelet that says, oops, that upside down, bride. And I got it on my Bachelorette trip. So my bridesmaids all had one that said bridesmaid, and then obviously I wore the one that said bride. But it's super cute. It has like this, like these like beads in it that are really pretty. So I really like it. And obviously I wore it, on my Bachelorette, but I keep it in this bag now just for safekeeping. I also have the bracelet that I wore actually on my wedding day. And it's a really pretty pearl bracelet with these like little, I don't know, mini diamond things on every few pearls. But I actually got it for $5 from Hobby Lobby. So I was balling on a budget for sure. But it's beautiful. I loved it. It went perfectly with the dress that I wore. So there's that. And then lastly in this bag, it's definitely, I don't even know, like oxidized, is that what it's called? Like with the metal. So it didn't look like this on my wedding day, but it's like this little hair piece. So as you can tell, the middle is like dark and the metal again is like faded. But when I did have it, when I was wearing it, it was gorgeous and I loved it. And I had it like, I had like my hair half up, half down. So it was like curled up like this. And I loved the pearls. Like I said, I had a lot of pearls. So I wore like pearl earrings. Oh, you can really tell like the back of some of these. They're like, yeah, so I don't know what happened to it. But anyway, it was really pretty and I really enjoyed it. So that's this bag of things. All right, next up were some of the other accessories that I had or were given to me on my Bachelorette trip. So the first thing, and I never ended up wearing them, they're so pretty, but I just never had an occasion to wear them. But they're these like little clips and they're gold, and then the bottom one has hearts. The middle one and the top one are both pearls. Let me see if I can slide one out to kind of show you. So again, it's like a bobby pin, but like obviously supposed to be in particular for your wedding hair. But like I said, I went with other things, so I didn't get a chance to wear these, but they're just absolutely gorgeous. So there's that. And then the next thing I have is this sash that says, oops, upside down, bride to be, bride to be. And I wore this on my bachelorette. It's so pretty. And it was so cute, and it came with this like rose gold safety pin, so you could wear it, like drape it across yourself. So again, I got to wear that, so that was really cool. And then the last little accessory that I also wore was this headband that also says bride to be. So again, outfitted with like these mini pearls. I really liked pearls for some reason. And you would just like wear it on top of your head like that. So again, bride to be. All right, the last memento from my bachelorette trip was the shirt. As is every single bachelorette, you gotta have matching t-shirts now. Obviously mine was white, and then all of my bridesmaids wore this like dusty blue color. But because I did my bachelorette on in South Haven in Michigan, the shirts said last toast on the coast, and it was really cute. They had this like chair and these like mimosas and stuff, and I loved the shirt especially because of the brand. Comfort Colors. That is such a good brand. If you know ball, you know Comfort Colors is the best t-shirt brand. They're so comfortable, they're so soft, and obviously I don't wear this like just to wear it anymore. I keep it as a keepsake. It's still, I love Comfort Colors so much. Okay, so those items were from my bachelorette, so they're going back into the box. But don't worry, I'm not done yet. So, because I was giving some items, maybe then I'll move to some of the souvenirs that I've gotten at weddings. So the first that I've gotten, there we go, is this little baggie with a, let's see if I can push it out, like a heart-shaped candle. And the message, which is so cute, it reads, "Dear family and friends, thank you for celebrating with us. It means the world to have you here. But most of all, thank you for all the support, encouragement, love, and laughter you have contributed to our lives. You are our favorite people in the world. We are forever grateful. With love, the newlyweds." And you can tie it right there. We haven't lit the candle yet because I don't think it has a scent, but I just kept it because it was really cute and I really liked that idea. I also have, I'm gonna hide the name because you can see it on the matches, but it's a thing of matches and it says the perfect match. And it comes with, obviously, matches. Let's see, will it make a good sound? Let's be careful. Okay. Okay. I love the smell of smoke. I'm really excited for autumn, and now that it's actually cold, that we can get bonfires. I love bonfires. I grew up in a country area, and so the best part, like the best Friday would be like going to my friend's house and they have a fire pit in their backyard, and we would just like sit and talk for like hours just around the fire. So I love that. So I miss bonfires a lot. All right, the next thing, and I've seen these at so many weddings are bubbles. Bubbles. So for this wedding, let's see if I can twist it up carefully. I don't want to spill it. It's like a little suction thing. Instead of like throwing, flower petals or stuff like that when the bride walked down the aisle, we were supposed to blow bubbles. So that was so cute. It's a little heart on the top of it. Let's see. I wasn't expecting there to be that much. All right, so yeah, so those are the bubbles. And then the last little souvenir that I had, my husband and I have eaten most of them, but they're like the little, I don't know what they're called, but they're like mints, but they're like the puff mints. Maybe that's what they're called. But the bottle says just married, so obviously the mints were up to here when we got it at the wedding. But just a really cute bottle. And then there's this like cork top that says, "Thank you for joining us as we begin our new life together." So that keeps them fresh. So yeah, they taste so good. So we're probably gonna run out of that soon. Okay. All right. So the last section of this video that I have is showing you guys a few things from our honeymoon that we went on. So again, if you're planning trips anywhere, we decided to do a road trip. Like I said, we're from Michigan, so we decided to do a road trip to Nashville because we've never been, and then we went to North Carolina. So we did a road trip for a week, and we stopped in multiple places along the way. So let me try to do it by order of where we went, but okay. So the first thing that we did was in Nashville. We went and visited the Parthenon, I think that's how you pronounce it. And it's like a replica of the real Greek Parthenon in Greece, but they built a version of it in Nashville. To be honest, I didn't really care for it. It was kind of boring. It was really cool to like go and like sit and like take pictures in front of it, but like it was just like I would just rather go see the real one in person, So that was this one. So if you like Greek mythology, like maybe go, but I thought it was more cool like if I wanted to go sit in the park and do homework or something, or grade papers, since I'm a teacher, I would do that here. So that was one of the first things we did. And then also in Nashville, my husband really loves Johnny Cash, and I grew up listening to Johnny Cash with my dad. And so we went to the Johnny Cash Museum. So this was like the pamphlet that we got, and it's like right in downtown Nashville. And this is like a map of the museum. So some of the stuff that we, saw was like his childhood. We learned a little bit about his songwriting and his guitars. Obviously his time like recording in Folsom Prison, and it was just really, really cool. I really enjoyed the experience, even though I wasn't as much of a super fan as my husband was, but it was definitely really cool if you like any kind of, he's country, but that kind of style of music, the older version of country, it was really, really cool. So I would definitely recommend going to the museum if you get a chance to go. So then on our way down to North Carolina, we stopped in, I forget what city it's in, but Dollywood. We went to the Dollywood theme park. So we went, an hour or so out of the way from Nashville to Dollywood because I love theme parks. And I really recommend, it's huge. This is the map. And when we went, it was so hot. We were not expecting, again, from Michigan, where it's mostly colder, where we're at, to like consistently 100-degree days every day. So standing in line to ride like roller coasters and stuff in 100-degree heat was not fun at all. But the park itself was awesome. I would have loved, we spent a day there, but because it was so hot, we didn't really stay like as long as we could have. So I would love to go again, and spend more time there when it's not as hot and sticky and humid and gross and all those things. But if you've never been, I would definitely go. All right, so last two places here before we wrap up the video. So we ended our honeymoon in North Carolina because, again, we had really never been, oops, sorry, that was Lily. We've really never been outside of Michigan, or at least Ohio area, in the US. I've traveled abroad just once when I was in college, but we had never been on like a trip together. So we decided to go into North Carolina. We like did some research, and that seemed to be a cool place. We're both English teachers, but history is our minor, and so we really like history. So we went to, in North Carolina, the Middleton place, and it is a historic plantation that was in North Carolina, and it was a really difficult thing to go through. Like, obviously we learned a lot about the slaves that were kept there, and the conditions that they were in, and those kind of things, like the grounds and what it looked like. But it was a really, really cool experience. Again, we're really interested in history. We, teach history. And so it was really cool to kind of be in a historic place like that, like literally be walking through the grounds of this place that has been around for a really long time. There were like people that gave tours and talked about the different aspects of the garden. So like, for example, some of the places like we went to there was like a garden of camellias. There were like secret gardens like in like the mazes. There was like a sundial garden. There was a chapel, so like there was a chapel for the slaves on site, and there were also like stable yards and like pottery barns and like the blacksmith shops. So it was, like I said, a really informative and educational experience, and that's kind of what we wanted when we went, because we knew that we weren't really taking trips all the time, and so we wanted to get everything out of it as we could. So not necessarily romantic, but a really important thing that we wanted to do. And to get back on a lighter note, we finished at a vineyard. I love wine tastings. I love wine in general, but we decided to go to this place called the Deep Water Vineyard. The Deep Water Vineyard. It was really cool. We got to like kind of walk around the grounds and see, like, again, the grapes like actually on the vine. And then we were able to do wine tasting here, so that was super cool. I love any place like super authentic and like they make their own wine there. So I thought that was super cool. So we really enjoyed that experience. All right, so all the honeymoon stuff. All right, so let me go ahead and put all of this stuff